Hey there, what's going on, fellas? It's the weekend as we're on the Friday edition here of Winning Bets. Appreciate you kicking off that week with me here. Talk our sports and talk our sports betting, where we get to roll out the weekend slate of bets. We've got NFL bets, we've got soccer bets. What about NASCAR head to head? Oh, yeah, let's dab our feet back into NASCAR as they're on a cutoff race there at the Charlotte Roval. Look forward to watching that one and hopefully cashing some bets with you guys as well. Let's make sure we, of course, recap what happened yesterday. You guys remember we had a couple plays there in the Europa League, and neither one went our way. Ajax team total, boy, a plus 172 bet. You get a goal off the penalty in the 29th minute, 1 hour to go, plus extra time, holding on to plus 172. You feel pretty damn good in that situation. But that game, having watched that entire game, that was just a game of two halves. A first half in which Ajax dominated. In fact, they could have even gotten that second goal in the second half. They had one shot that was really good. It was low and it was stung down towards the corner, but I got to give the keeper credit. He got down there and got his hand on it and was able to deflect that one away. And then in the second half, the game completely flipped. It was Athens, and it was all Athens there in that second half, and Ajax really didn't muster many chances at all in that second half. So unfortunate that one fell short right there. And then Freiburg, West Ham, boy, everybody was on the over in that one, and it looks like the over went ahead and obviously cashed. Just missed on the hook, so it wasn't too far off from hitting the under 2.5. Just a classic game in which it went over instead of staying under. So that's how you do it right there. Obviously, in the NFL, man, we almost hit our same game parlay. We had another one there on the MGM where we just need Robinson to find himself a touchdown. Wasn't meant to be. Bears getting their first win, and damn near almost a year picking up the win. Hearing that chatter already and taking the kids to school. 347 days since that last win. Feels good. Feels good to be a Bears fan. Feels good to get that win in dominating fashion. Commanders, what happened? Classic letdown, coming off a good performance on the road against Philadelphia. Just nothing in that first half. Good fight in that second half. And what the hell is going on with Ron Rivera? Oh, Riverboat Ron. 27-11 late in the third quarter, 4th and 3. I thought for sure you were going to go for it, man. What are you doing? I thought you were Mr. Aggressive. Go for it. Risk it all. Not in your old age, man. Becoming a little bit of a pansy there, kicking that field goal and making the game 27-14 when it was 30-20, and they missed that 2-point conversion there to make it a one-score game. That was all she wrote for me. I went ahead and turned it off. I figured the Commanders weren't going to come back being down 10 that late in the fourth quarter. So, all right, Bears pick up the win on Thursday Night Football. We, of course, unfortunately suffered 2 losses. We'll look to bounce back, of course. Again, money-making weekend. We are absolutely loaded up. Let's just jump right on into the action, boys. First, let's go ahead and get these NFL dogs in, which we mentioned back up against the wall. Really needed the Bears to come through for us, and the Bears obviously did exactly that, cashing a good plus 225. So let's run through all the games here, talk about them, and of course we'll be blindly betting the NFL dogs where, now we have enough money we can actually blindly bet those NFL dogs. Get us through the weekend. Love to see that there, Chicago. All right, let's see. What are we betting this week? How do we feel about the Jaguars? Obviously, they kick off the NFL weekend. They're in London. They're really pissed off at the league for giving the Jacksonville back-to-back weeks in London. Like, as if it's not tough already traveling over to London and adjusting, to the time difference. And the NFL does a straight-up solid, a full-on favor to the Jaguars, keeping them over back-to-back weeks. Bills are going to go in there and whoop their ass. You better believe that. But, of course, we're betting Jaguars, it looks like, at plus 200. I also would take the over 48.5 in that game. I think the Jaguars offense will certainly do enough against this Bills defense that the over is going to hit. Bills will put up around 30. That offense is just going to keep on humming along. Love it, love it, love it. Ravens, Steelers. This is one where you generally like the under in this series, and the under's at 38.5. In fact, the under has hit in 4 of the last 5. So very, very under. Also, you can even take the team with the points if you want to dabble and go ahead and take a chance at the Steelers plus 4. It does look like quarterback's going to be back in that one and pick it. I would much rather play the under, I think, than rather hold on to the Steelers. At plus 4.5, but this head-to-head, right, it's going to suggest a low-scoring, tight game. It's what you see in this series. So we're, of course, blindly betting those Steelers at plus 175. Titans and Colts started off the week as the Titans as dogs, and that obviously had my interest. We love Vrabel as a dog. That's completely flipped. Now you're seeing Titans minus 2.5. I think they get it done. Probably wouldn't want to mess around with an over or under, although I do believe the game is going to go ahead and go over 43.5. 155. We're locking in on the Colts at plus 120, blindly betting those dogs. What about the Dolphins and Giants? Plus 500 on the Giants. Really can't be any worse than what you've been all season long. It's just, can they score enough to maybe contribute to an over, or will the Dolphins take care of that all on their own, right? It's Dolphins. It's going to be one-way traffic in this game. Giants will probably be productive enough to where the over does hit. I'll go ahead and do the over 47.5 in that one. Saints and Patriots. This is a pick 'em. Minus 110 up against minus 110. How are we going to bet this one, guys? Got to lock in today. It's minus 110 up against minus 110. I'll take the road team because the road feels like more of a dog. So, yeah, I'll go Saints on that one. Or maybe I should hold off on that. Fuck it. Just lock in on the Saints. Who cares? Let's go. Texans and Falcons. Who's believing in the Texans? Who is a believer in the Texans? Because they now carry this on the road, and it's not like that's too foreign to them. Remember, they went into Jacksonville a couple weeks ago and whooped up on the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road. Had a nice performance. Was able to back it up at home last week. See if the Texans could keep it rolling. We're locking on them at plus 110. I also like the over 41.5 in that game. We talked about Desmond Ridder and how he's never won an away game in the NFL as a starter. Small sample size, albeit. But struggling on the road, now you get him at home in Atlanta. I expect this game to go over the 41.5 points, and probably would like the Texans to go ahead and pull that game off, but more confident in the over in that game than I would be in trying to, predict the winner in that one. Panthers and Lions, your other game this week, that's a double-digit point spread at minus 10. Hard to trust Bryce Young here on the road, catching the Lions at home. Yeah, it's another one in which you really like the Lions at this spot. Another one in which I probably like the over 44.5. I think the Panthers will do enough to cover the 44.5 over, so I like that. Bengals and Cardinals, we're, of course, locking on the Cardinals at plus 140. Here is one where I like the over because I do think that this Bengals offense, while it has been underperforming this year, this is an opportunity against the Cardinals to put up some points. I like the Cardinals here in this spot. If you take Cardinals on the money line, Cardinals as the plus 3 points that I'm seeing right here, fine with that. But like the over, like the Cardinals here as a home dog, taking on the Bengals. We're locking on the Rams at plus 175, taking on the Eagles. I like the Eagles here at minus 4. Expect them to get the job done here on the road, covering the spread. The Rams in their own right, they'll also be able to put up enough points, I believe, to hit the over 49.5 total. Chiefs and Vikings, Chiefs at plus 155 here, an over and under a 52.5. This, I do see both teams hitting the upper 20s, so I like the over 52.5. Chiefs do probably pull it out. No real confidence in the Vikings with the way they've been struggling late in games to suggest that maybe they can cover a spread, but they're going to put up enough points to contribute to the over. So the over 52.5 for me right there. Jets and Broncos, a little bit of a revenge game here, obviously with the way Sean Payton was talking about Nathaniel Hackett. I like the Jets here. Look, we've been bagging on Zach Wilson, with rightfully so. Maybe he turned a corner. We'll see if he can put together, 2 games in a row. If he does that, if Zach Wilson can replicate what he was able to do last week, I think the Jets are going to cruise to a victory here. That defense, remember when they hooked up last year, the Broncos only scored 9 points. They were struggling last year. They're struggling this year. I think they full-on struggle in this game against this. Man, go look up the Jets defense. Like top 3, top 5 in everything. Elite defense in the NFL. I'll gladly take the Jets in this one at plus 115. Sunday Night Football has us locking on the Cowboys at plus 155. Everybody's calling it the game of the week with the 49ers favored by 3.5. Over under a 44.5. Give me the over. I think the Niners cover this spread. Niners, let's find out how real they are. I'm about to find out how real are the 49ers. I'm about to find out. All right, those are 12 games. There's 14 games in total this week. Let's slap $100 on each of these dogs. See where we're at come Monday. I'm curious. I think it's a good week for dogs. I bet we have a nice bounce back week. Everybody remembered we only had 12 dogs hit 4 dogs. Sorry, I was looking at this. 4 dogs hit last week. I'm not expecting that. Expecting a better showing this week. There's some dogs that I full on like. I like that we're blindly betting those suckers. All right, hop in that comment section. Let's pull that down there. And then let's see what we got here. We'll keep it rolling, to gent. Let's go, Brian. Let's go, Ross. Bringing that Friday vibes. Yeah, we need a bounce back. Still, man, that Ajax, though, plus 172 for 60 full minutes and injury time. Just a bag of goal. Felt like we were on the right side of that one. Just didn't find the back of the net, unfortunately. Morning, Bill. Good morning, my man. Run time to move on from it. Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about there, Brian? Who? Did I freeze up? I'm right here, dog. Oh, Ron. Oh, yeah, Ron Rivera. Yeah, and apparently, I did see that the Magic got upset. I mean, whatever. And nothing you can do about it. He said there was no fire in the team, no fight. Yeah, whatever. You're thinking about Waddle, Andrews, Hawkinson, anytime TD parlay. Like it. Morning. Remember what I said? Bears, West Ham, Liverpool. Remember you also said you're going to buy me a Matt Milano jersey? And I don't think I have a Matt Milano jersey, so there's that. But yeah, good hit, Adrian. Good hit. Sounds like you've got enough money to go ahead and purchase that Matt Milano jersey. I do believe the jersey costs right at about $100, and it looks like you made $164, so we'll see what happens. But nice hit, Adrian. Nice hit. That was a nice hit. That's a good little three-legged parlay. Liverpool squeak it out. They didn't cover that team total we kind of talked about yesterday. And then West Ham, now 17 games unbeaten in European competition. That involves last season's Europa Conference League and obviously what they've done this season in Europa League. 17 straight games in Europe competition. West Ham unbeaten. Impressive little run that David Moyes has it right now. Just busting your chops, man. I mean, obviously, I think you should follow through on the bet, but I'm also just busting your chops. Whatever you want to do, man. Whatever you want to do. I appreciate the hang. Appreciate the hanging out. Hey, you guys actually have some free bowls. We heard from you guys. We pulled the trigger on the People's Parlay. Whether you dropped a comment on the live show or you commented on the video, we heard from a slew of you guys. We're, of course, on that Bundesliga game. Both teams to score and over 2.5. Spurs team total over 1.5. Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown. Jalen Waddle, anytime touchdown. And then a little UFC action. Tyler came through. Bill Algeo, where the hell this guy's name is. Just to pull off the win. He was plus 105. So anyways, you put all that together, it's $1,946. We slapped a $100 free bet on it, so it's about $1,900. I told you guys with those other free bets, I'd be making a parlay for you guys. So this is what I did with one of them. I one-upped you a little bit there, Corey. I know you did Spurs team total over 1.5. I hear you. I think it's a fantastic parlay piece if you're looking for something this weekend. That leg was minus 215. I just think they're going to absolutely smash Luton. I can't see how Luton can hang with Tottenham here in this spot. So I went to do the over 2.5 at plus 135. I like the Texans to go in Atlanta, look for them to continue this momentum. I like the Cardinals at home against the Bengals. I mentioned that one. And do look for the Jets on the road to get the job done against the Broncos. I put those in a parlay. I put that other $100 free bet on it. And did about $2,400. So hopefully we can give that one away. And then hopefully we can also give this one away. Remember, on the second day of MLB, we made that four-legged parlay where we took the under in every game. I'll just go back to it. I'll just go right back to it here for the people's chance to give away some more money. Though, if you're looking at that and you're like, man, so obviously I blind betted the unders, just like we did on the second day of the MLB. Remember, we did get that cash. Diamondbacks Dodgers feels like an over. That Diamondbacks lineup is good. Obviously, we know the Dodgers lineup, but I love the speed. I really like the speed element of that Diamondbacks lineup. That one may go over 7.5. And then the other one I'd be a little bit nervous of. It always just involves the Braves. And the Phillies obviously have a competent lineup, in their own right. But the Braves lineup themselves can more than take care of it over. But for blindly betting it, I'll put the other $25 free bet on it. I'm really waiting for the Twins to announce a starter. And actually, since I made that free bet this morning, or locked in on that free bet, I just want to relook again to see if this is a true statement. Yeah, this is a true statement. So you can see on the third one, Twins Astros, I did under 7.5. You can now get that at 8. There's no announced starter for the Twins, but it's not going to be Pablo Lopez. It's not going to be Sonny Gray. Like a Bailey Ober, maybe, or maybe we tried out a couple guys. Either way, I love the under in that because we know the Twins Astros had great bullpens, throughout majority of the season and hanging out on the payoff pitch. That one on Saturday, or whenever they announce this starter, I'm on that under 8 in Twins Astros. That one makes the full card on Saturday's action. I really, really, really like that under a lot. And I bet I like the under in Rangers Orioles. We just don't know who's pitching in that matchup. So I will be adding some unders to the actual card come Saturday. So do make sure, obviously, you're following it on Twitter. You also know what comes on Saturday is my college football parlay of the weekend, where 5 weeks into the college season, we've cashed 2 of the 5 parlays. more than profit hitting 2 of the 5 because they've been a plus 680 and last week was a plus 1230. So certainly profitable betting college football. So make sure you're tuned into that one on Twitter over the weekend as well. Let's drop those free bets. Hopefully you come back on Monday. All 3 of that shit cashes and you just start rolling out the cash. Hit me up on Twitter, man. Hit me up on Twitter. We're cashing. More just busting your chops, man. More just busting your chops. That's why we like sports. I want to ask you guys, have you locked in on the NFL Eliminator yet? What have you done with the NFL Eliminator? If you look at the percentages, everybody's on Dolphins or Lions. This is the first week where maybe you have a little bit of a decision to go ahead and make. Dolphins, of course, minus 12, taking on the Giants, and the Lions minus 10, taking on the Panthers. So if you're just going for like the biggest favorite of the weekend, certainly it's the Dolphins at home against the Giants. It seems like the play is between Dolphins, Lions. Which way you're going to go? I'm going to make sure you guys wait till Sunday to find out which one I picked. It's the first week where it's not straightforward, at least in terms of how I kind of looked at the games. I'm on Lions or Dolphins. I'm certainly on one of those 2 teams. They're both getting upper 20s, low 30s in terms of the percentages last time I went ahead and looked. So Lions, Dolphins, if you're alive, one of the 11 people, how are you continuing to streak there on the Eliminator? Let me know. Let me know. All right, let's start tossing up some bets here up on the screen. We, of course, talked soccer yesterday on Between the Posts, so not really justification. Let's just do the same rapid-ish fire thing that I think I heard from you guys. Well, I definitely heard from you guys. You guys enjoyed the opinion of who's going to win the game and whether the game's just going over or under. And, of course, if you want analysis for those picks, go check out Between the Posts. Or if you're just blindly betting it, then just fucking blindly bet it. Obviously, you can see it's the weekend of the unders. Not a great matchups in terms of the Premier League, in terms of how the stats go with, even the stats vibe with the head-to-head. Just not a great week for overs. Not a great week. All right, first match here, Luton versus Tottenham. If you're wondering whose leg is whose in Between the Posts parlay of the week, Matt did Tottenham money line. That was actually my leg, but I always let him pick first. He picked Tottenham, so I had to pick something different. You get Tottenham at minus 230 on the road here against Luton. Certainly they're going to get the job done. And I even like the over 3.5. I think Spurs can cover this in their own right, and maybe Luton at home can get a goal. I don't really think there are, but you're giving it to me at over 3.5 at plus 135. I'm coming along because I see Spurs getting 3+ in this game. So, yeah, they'll handle the business right there. Fulham versus Sheffield. I see this one being an under. We've talked about Fulham and their struggles, and Sheffield and their struggles, especially away. They've got big-time struggles. I'd probably go for the draw here. I'd probably go for the draw at plus 300, and I would take the under 2.5. Everton, Bournemouth. You, of course, see it on the screen that I'm on the under 2.5. Which, by the way, those prices definitely aren't accurate. This is now plus 102. Those were the prices yesterday, so a little bit better on the under. Again, I would go for the tie here again. I'd go for the draw. No separation between Everton, Bournemouth. You thought Everton, were going to be able to carry that momentum, and then they lose to Luton. So they weren't able to carry that momentum, and that was at Goodison Park. That was a perfect scenario for them just to collect 3 points and really piss poor performance against Luton. So they're going to, although Sean Dice, if you look at his career, he's got fantastic career numbers against Bournemouth, but this Everton side's struggling. So I'll take the draw and I'll take the under. Burnley and Chelsea. I talked about it. You guys saw my tweet on Monday. I was on Chelsea money line against Fulham once the lineup was announced. We even talked about it here on the Daily Show. If you're sitting at home and you look at lineups and you see, Cole Palmer, if you see Broja leading the line as a number 9, whether it's Mudryk, I'd like to have Sterling, but if it's Mudryk, he played really good against Fulham. I'm okay with that. And then obviously, the midfield, you're going to get Enzo, you're going to get Casado. This is a Chelsea money line if you get a good lineup at minus 137. Don't really hesitate on it. I do think the game will obviously be low scoring. That contributes to, how good Chelsea is. Remember, during the Fulham match, the announcer said Chelsea's got the best defensive record this season in the Premier League. It's their offense that is keeping them cashing under 2.5. I think under 2.5 cashes again because Burnley is really good from a defensive standpoint. So that's why I like the under. But Chelsea money line, yeah. If you get that good lineup, Chelsea money line is the play. I think this team could, if they keep out the same 11 on some consistent basis, I think this Chelsea team could start to get hot with that lineup. So United and Brentford, I got this one as a draw. Again, you can see on the screen another matchup in which I've got the under 2.5. Not going to justify it here. I did all that yesterday. Just Brentford's struggling. I wouldn't want United at minus 139. I went Brentford double chances at plus money. Yeah, it's at plus 116. Another one of those matchups where, what was the one last week? I know there was a good matchup last week where I said you definitely want to have the double chance, and that double chance hit. Can't remember the team, but this is another one. No confidence in riding Man United money line. Not even if they get up. They're conceding goals so quickly after taking a lead and letting teams get back in it. It's quite laughable what they're doing over there at Old Trafford. So give me the draw. Give me the under 2.5. Crystal Palace at Forest at Selhurst Park. Palace is going to get the job done. Forest have been better this campaign on the road, and we've talked about how they've lost to Arsenal, lost to United, lost to City. All their losses are against big six clubs. Obviously, Palace is nowhere near big six clubs, but I love Palace here at home. Probably like the under as well. This is the one way I didn't put on the card because it was minus 155. I'm not paying minus 155 for an under. The unders I'm paying are right there. The one we did yesterday lost on the hook, but we were at, what were we at, plus 108 on that under? That's the unders I want. Lose on the hook, but you're holding on to plus money. Now, obviously I want to win, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, Sunday's action is Brighton-Liverpool. I like Liverpool. Obviously, in my parlay leg is Liverpool in the double chance. I just don't see Liverpool losing here. Brighton is really running into some tough luck here. Not getting it done as of late. I like Liverpool. The double chance is a nice parlay piece. It probably hits an over. With Brighton at home, they'll be better at Amex. I would go for an over 3.5. And it's shaded actually equally. It's minus 110 against minus 110. And that's probably how that game goes, 3 to 4 goals. I like it. West Ham up against Newcastle. Hard not to like Newcastle in this spot. Really hard not to like Newcastle in this spot. But I also like the under because it's not at St. James Park. Not at where they feed off that crowd. I like the under 2.5 in this one. Wolves Villa. Obviously, I like the under 2.5. That one made the card. Probably go for another draw. Or go for Wolves on the double chance at home. I like Wolves in this fixture. And then the big one, obviously, before international break is Arsenal against Manchester City. Other than the Community Shield, City have won like 8 or 9 of these. I can't remember the number from yesterday's show, but some absurd high number of these in a row. Guardiola has been whooping up on Arteta. Rodri out though. Man, if Rodri was in, well, you probably wouldn't get City at plus 138. But let's just say if Rodri is in, you would grab City money line at plus 138 in an absolute heartbreak. No Rodri, though. It's going to be tough. We need to see if Saka is going to be playing in this game. But for a little rapid fire, I would sure take City. And I would definitely take the over 2.5. I know Matt gave that bet out yesterday, over 2.5. He also added on both teams to score, although you can get the over 2.5 at minus 125. So I probably wouldn't add that both teams to score element to it because I'm comfortable with the minus 125. But I do agree with Matt. I do agree it's a both teams to score and an over 2.5. So, and that's the last matchup before the international break. All right, let's go ahead and get some NASCAR bets up there. Going to a road course here, going to the Roval here in Charlotte. So wasn't confident last week jumping back into a super speedway. We talked about it, but I'm confident jumping back in here on a road course. It is the cutoff race, so it's playoffs. You know it's going to be high intensity. There's going to be drama. But with it being at a road course, it should remove a little bit of some of that, bad luck, that we suffered obviously earlier on the season with Rex and what have you. So I like Busch over Truex. I like Busch over Blaney, Gibbs over Hamlin, and I'm going to do another one with Busch up over Suarez, and those are the books you can get them at. Let's go ahead and throw up some NFL bets as well. What do you, Yes, Corey actually asked me on Twitter. Nice, Ross. Corey asked me on Twitter if I played it. Of course I play it. I mean, the leans are researched. So I'm glad you played it, Ross. Yeah, I played it too. Plus 135 is what I ended up getting it at. First half cash. Love first half cash on plus money. Let's go, Ross. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's throw up these NFL bets. All right, that's all I'm rolling this weekend, guys. Texans on that team total going into Atlanta. Like their chances of getting the win, like their chances of hitting that team total at plus money. Broncos, again, 9 points last year against the Jets. Jets defense that is right where they were again last year from a stats perspective. They've been awfully tough on everybody they've played. You saw what they did even against the Chiefs. Chiefs get, 17 quick points and then really didn't muster much that entire game. It did go over 22.5, of course, at 23. But that offense is significantly better here in this Broncos. So I like the Broncos team total saying under 22.5. Like the Titans here on the money line. I think the line is correctly flipped on this one. They were the dog. Now they're the favorite. Yeah, I agree with that. Give me the Titans on the money line. Lions first half team total. One of these teams like the Bills, you can see we're running that bet back, and everybody knows why we're playing the Bills from a stats perspective. The Lions are another team like that. They've got the 6th highest scoring offense in the first half. It gets another bit of a tick up at home. So give me the Lions team total over 13.5 in the first half against the Panthers. You could even get some, I think you'll definitely get some bad play out of Bryce Young, which could lead into more possessions for the Lions in the first half. I like it. Give me that Bengals-Cardinals over 44. Again, this is a good spot for the Bengals. Who knows if they're going to win this game, but they should be certainly having some better offensive production than what they've had of late. So, and then I like the Cardinals to win the game, cover the +3, all of it. So they're definitely going to contribute to the over at over 44. And then, I got that at 33.5 actually. Hold on. I actually got that. That under is at 38.5. Why? Oh, okay. So then I took the screenshot to that's 38.5 on Baltimore-Pittsburgh. Baltimore-Pittsburgh under 38.5. Again, just great in this head-to-head. Great. Just like taking the dog in this head-to-head has been great. Taking the under in this head-to-head has also been great. So under 38.5, actually. Under 38.5. Braves and Phillies. Yes, sir. Braves and Phillies. Let's see. Last I knew, we don't have any pitchers. Yeah, still don't have any pitchers. The only thing we know is Verlander for the Astros, which I love this under. Love that under in that game. Just give me a decently good starter here for the Twins, and there's no way we should be able to predict this shit. There's no way. They obviously can't throw Gray. They obviously can't throw Lopez. Oh, go ahead and throw Maeda probably. Probably gonna go ahead and throw Maeda. I like it. Oh, yeah, he didn't pitch against the Astros. As soon as we get a Twin starter, I was just probably go lock in under 8 now. I should probably just lock it in. Let me use Odds Trader. I'm going to lock in that under 8. I'm going to lock in that under 8 for that baseball, for that one game. Twins Astros under 8. Give it to me. Let's see where the best price is on Odds Trader. Under 8 and... -115 over on Caesars or BetMGM. That's a bet. I'm on the under 8. Under 8, Twins, Astros. I'm going to go lock it in on Caesars. It's -115 everywhere that has an 8. There are some 7.5s out there. I know that probably scares some people off when you're obviously going against line movement. Phillies are rumored to start Ranger Suarez. Oh, boy. Ranger Suarez. That's got me nervous. Philly's going to rush Wheeler back out there. No chance. He pitched on Tuesday's game. Because the playoffs started Tuesday. That's Wednesday. It's only 3 off days. They're not going to do that, Brian. They're not going to rush Wheeler out there on 3 days rest. Under 8, -115. I'm locking it in. What's that Astros money line with Verlander? What is that price? -155. Once the Twins announce a starter, yeah. I like the Astros on the money line. Orioles, you don't know which way they're going to go. Let's try to see if we can, let's see. Rangers are going to go, they threw Montgomery and Eovaldi. Oh, John Gray's on the IL. So they have to throw Dane Dunning because they're not going to throw Andrew Haney. They were actually working Andrew Haney out of the bullpen his last couple of appearances. There's no way they're going to throw him. I mean, the Orioles mash left-handed pitching. There's no goddamn way they throw Andrew Haney. They're going to probably throw Dane Dunning with John Gray on the IL. Braves will go... Braves will go... Will they go Fried or will they go Morton? Oh, they'll go Strider. Oh, shit. No, they're going to go Strider. They're going to go Strider. That's without a doubt. Shit. They're going to go Strider for sure. So Strider against Suarez? Whoa. Yeah. I would take Strider's under on his strikeouts. Remember, we talked about that on Payoff Pitch, and that cashed, actually. One of Squirrel's rare unders that he took on Strider. A man took a stab on probably 20 of his unders, and that was damn near his only cash on taking Strider on an under. Yeah, Wheeler, yeah. Yeah, definitely not coming back. Strider, yeah. And then maybe Fried if his blister boo-boo is okay. Yeah, I did see that, actually. And then it looked like Charlie Morton was on the IL, too. It looked like Fried and Morton were on the IL. And what are the Diamondbacks going to do? They threw Merrill Kelly, and they threw that Brandon Path guy. God damn, they've got some bad starters. Oh, no, they threw Gallen and Path. So they got Merrill Kelly lined up. So they're fine. They got Merrill Kelly to go in game 1. That smells like an under. He's actually had really good success against the Dodgers. Man, how did Merrill Kelly not pitch in that last series? Why did they have Brandon Paft? Interesting. All right. Nah, get the win, man. Pick up the win. Get the win. Get the momentum. Cool off the Phillies. Just go for it. You're not going to not throw Strider in game 1. Because there's probably that scenario with off days you could throw Strider again in game 5. You could throw him in 1 and 5. I'm sure there's an off day in there, a travel off day. Actually, yeah, they don't play Saturday. So you throw Strider in 1 so you can throw Strider in game 5 if need be. In the elimination game for sure. Yeah, Strider in game 1, 100%. Book it. That's the way that's going. All right. Is that all we got here, boys? That is all we got. That's it, boys. All right. Looking forward to having some fun this weekend. Actually, Madu's is coming into town. She should probably be walking in the door any goddamn minute. So that'd be fun for me, and certainly good for the boys to have their old grandma around. I know they'll like that. Ranger. And we know how it's going. You know, just throw 4 innings. I mean, that's all you need out of a starter in the playoffs. Just throw 4 innings of quality baseball, and you're good. And especially, I'm telling you right now, I'm probably going to lock in on that under because I am seeing the NL series. The NL series has Sunday off, so it's unload the bullpen because then you get an off day and everybody can rest and come right back for Monday's game. So I think both of those NLs, even though I kind of like the over in Diamondbacks Dodgers, but if I get Merrill Kelly, it's unload the clip from the bullpen perspective. So I kind of like both unders in a National League. I actually think you guys is a little free bet I put in there. That one's hitting. Unders are hitting. Yeah, with an off day, I like it. Roll Ranger Suarez for 3 innings. One time through the rotation. Can't rush him yet. Are we friendly betting the series? Sure. Sure. Well, you said you're going to game 3, so how about if Braves sweep 1 and 2? I think they'll go with Strider. They'll win game 1. If Braves sweep in Atlanta the first 2. You'll figure out something. I was going to say if they don't sweep, I'm going to put together a same-game parlay for you for Game 3 because you're going to the game. So if they don't sweep, that's what we'll do. You don't have to give me shit. If they don't sweep, I'm putting together a same-game parlay for you for Game 3. But I actually think the Braves with Strider will win, and I think they'll take care of business. I don't know who's pitching in Game 2, but by your point in the chat, Wheeler will come back around. Nola's come back around. So it'll be one of those 2 guys. All right, that's it. Braves don't sweep Games 1 and 2. You get a same-game parlay for Game 3. Yo, what's up, Dad? What's up, man? My man. You already get that Chelsea money line bet in against Burnley? Chelsea money line in against Burnley? You locked in and ready to go? All right. Yeah, Phillies in 4. I heard you. All right. Well, if you split, then you get a same-game parlay coming your way. If you split. Same game parlay coming your way if you're able to split. I like it. Oh, here's a doorman telling me my mom's here. Hold on. Hello?
Hey, your mom's on the way up.
All right, thank you for sending her up. All right, bye. All right, fellas. Ma Dukes is here. She's here to play with the grandkids this weekend. All right, boys. Got to roll. Screenshot this. Screenshot all these winners. Have yourself a good one. You got the under 2.5 in a Chelsea game. Right there with you. Plus money, Thad. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, boys. Have yourself a good little weekend. Enjoy all the action. Yeah. Not me. Not me. Not mine. Not me. I'm locked in on the winner. All right, boys. Enjoy it. Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend. Come back Monday. Let me know what you guys did. Let me know all these great parlays you guys hit. See you Monday, fellas.